Good morning, y'all. I've got the silly thing. I've got it sanded. I've got the drawer sanded. I'm waiting for that to get finished. Still having to put paint stripper on it. That paint is a booger and a half. So I've got that still left to get sanded, cleaned off and sanded. I've got the whole dresser cleaned up pretty much and getting ready to start putting a primer on it. And I decided to use a roller. So here goes nothing. Yup, here goes nothing. The paint hasn't been the issue on the sides of it. The paint has been an issue on the drawers because of so much different colors on the back of it and such. Layers and layers and layers of paint, to put it that way. So I decided, instead of doing a brush, I wanted to try to make it as even as I could. So I'm doing a roller. And I will lightly sand between. Yep. Out of the rollers I can. A lot of people are using rollers. It's just way smoother look than brush, which I'm not real excited about. Get some more paint on it. Trying to get it to roll. So I thought if I can at least get one coat of primer on it, let it dry, that might be good enough for being able to paint over it. There that is. One side painted. The top, I got most of the paint off. Just little bitty pieces in the wood grain. And I mean, I put stripper on there I don't know how many times. And it will not come out. So I'm going to try and turn it with my hip. Got that done right. And we will paint the back with primer. Get down here and hurt myself. Yep, get down here and hurt myself. I'm going to try to do a dark walnut stain, gel stain on the top of it. I think it will be dark enough that it will not. And the big reason why I'm doing the primer is because this wood underneath all this paint that I took off is so slick. And I want it to be able to adhere good. So that's the big reason why I'm doing a primer. And I do like a roller brush way, way better than I do brush strokes. Never really, maybe on a house, but not so much on furniture. Because even when it dries and you try to sand all that out, it still has issues. Oh. Keep going. I got some different paints. I got something called Peacock, and that's a turquoise. I was like, that scares me. That was my mother's idea. So I'm not out there like that. I'm a little bit more conservative. And I got a maize yellow, which is really pretty. And I got a sandstone, which reminds me of the color sand, yes. Not white, but natural sand. And put some more paint in. I hear my dog walking around upstairs. Mr. Shiloh, the beagle. So hopefully, after I get this done, let it dry, and sand it between. I'm hoping I don't have to do any more coats of primer on it. Sorry if I'm not getting you on the picture. I'm trying to wipe some of this here excess paint off the top, off the edges. Since I may just take the sander, some sandpaper to it. That'll work. Okay. Is that done? That looks pretty good. And let's see. Side's doing its thing. White. Let's see if I can get this turned around for this side, so I can paint this side. Kind of one-handed. Try to get it on their cardboard that's even, so it's not flopping around all over the place. Here we go. Third side. Oops. Yep, I did that. I can get that wiped off quick. Painting one-handed. That'll work. I can get that sanded off easy. Etc. Wasn't sure if I was going to try to paint the whole thing all over again. But I was like, you know, I think I'm going to have to. Because I'm using an acrylic chalk paint. And that's all I've been using for years on the ones that I've done before of my own. I've done a desk. I've done a little bitty antique accent table. Try to get all the paint out. You know, yep, there that goes. Looks good. And lift it up and turn it. And bring it back to flat. As flat as I can get it anyway. And try to get the insides. This is your top part. Here and get stuck. Yep, and then we want to do the edges and bend through here. And across. And sideways and sideways, and then across, and sideways again to get into the little grooves. I did my best. I'm trying to get, oh man, that paint is just thick. Stripper wasn't doing nothing to it either. But it won't be seen. So there that is. And then just go down the side. Well, it's just primer. looks good. Got the corner up in there. And touch that up in the corner, inside part. And then go again. Yep. I think all the rest of it's pretty good. Gotta make sure and get that good because that will be seen. All these edges. Hold this down and wipe it. It works. Then I'm going to move this dresser, or drawer I should say, not dresser, over here. And I'm going to paint around these two over here. Refill my roller. And because underneath the paint, see, I got the nasty things off, the wooden, yep. But because underneath the paint, that's been repaired. And so I said, well, can't stain that. That won't work. So I'm just going to prime it and paint it. Yep. And we'll be good to go this way. Lots of little indentations going on. I'm thinking a gel top on this, dark walnut gel stain. And I'm still not quite sure what I want to do to the sides for like the overall color of the whole thing. I was thinking about going sandstone. I can show you the colors, I guess. I don't have a gel. Yeah, I do. I do have that down here. I've used this, and it's a gel stain. I've used this on something else on the top of it, and I really like it. It really sets things off. And then I've got a dark brown wax to seal it with. And then here's my sandstone color. I really kind of like that. Kind of muted. And this is what I'm proposing for the drawers. It's called Ballet Slipper. But it's not a bright pink. And I kind of think that might look neat with that sandstone. Kind of a muted, kind of a neutral color palette. That's what I'm planning on doing. Yep. Get some more paint on my deal. Come over here and get this one painted. And I'm going to wait on that other one over there. Shoot. Because I've got to get the paint off of it. It is being stubborn. Anyway, I'm going to also not change out the legs unless I find something different. But I don't like the brass bottoms. And I want to get silver instead. And I have thought about completely redoing the bottom of them and taking the white off because I'm not done doing that yet. And doing get the sides of it now painted. Everything got sanded like a brand new piece of furniture, waiting to have something done to it, new life done to it. So got that done. Edges and the top at what needs to be painted, not to the bottom of the drawer. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more paint. I wish I could do that one now. Oh, it's being stubborn. More sandpaper, more scraping it off first because it has paint stripper on it again. Yep. Try to get this on here. Redo the edges. And then roll it back down. Like I said, I am going to let this dry, and then I'm going to take a smoother, finer, let's say, sandpaper to it, and just make sure that it's good to go. And finished with that. And I think I'm going to wait to do that drawer and go ahead and clean my roller. And then come down here and re-scrape the blue paint and sand again away from all this stuff. I don't know what that was made out of, but holy cow, that paint. Yep. It was going to stay on there. It's still on there. Probably 1970 furniture and paint. If my kids had it in the 80s. So there that is. Okay. That looks good. That all looks good. I'm probably going to have to, I might get away. Don't know. I might get away with just painting on there. I may have to do another coat of primer. Anyway, it looks better than it did. That's for darn sure. So, yep, it does. So there that is. There's the drawers. New life. See you in the next one. Hopefully that time I will start painting. I'd like to go ahead and get the rest of my another coat of primer on there, just so it doesn't have the lines and stuff that I can see right now. It needs another one. Get the priming done, and then bring you all back, and we'll start doing the paint that I've selected. So, see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. If you're liking these videos, go on to YouTube and click like, share, and subscribe. If you're enjoying the videos, I sure would appreciate it. It'd help me out a lot. Thank y'all. See you in the next one. This is part 3.